served. Our heartfelt condolences go out to the family, to our community, because everyone was affected. Please continue to pray for us.
Good afternoon. David Hernandez, Chief of Police for Forest Hill. First off, I want to thank you for being here today and apologize for the reschedule from yesterday. But I want you to understand that our approach is to have fact findings, have facts for our community. There's a lot of information out there in social media, so we were receiving a lot of that information, so we had to make sure that we have the right information. It was a shocking event from North Texas. I won't speak on the details of the investigation, okay? But what I can share is we lost two victims, a father and a daughter who was 5 years old, to this event, to this tragedy. On March the 3rd at 10:40 in the morning, Forest Hill officers were dispatched to the 6500 block of Forest Hill Drive, reference shooting. Our officers arrived and began life-saving measures, but both victims were pronounced dead at the scene. My first press release that I put out, I shared that we had identified a suspect vehicle. We had identified two suspects in the incident. And now we've identified the two cowards who took the lives of these innocent people. We have public enemy number one, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender. Public enemy number two, Jacoby Russell, who's on the run. They're scared, they're cowards, they're hiding. We ask the public, please, you know where they're at? Let us know. This investigation started on Monday. The Texas Rangers have been our primary investigators. Our Forest Hill CID unit has been assisting. But I wouldn't be here standing today if it wasn't for the Fort Worth Police Department. I want to thank them because their efforts, their officers, their assistance has been instrumental from the minute the call came in. From the minute the call came in, they started working. They have not stopped. We also had the Everett Police Department who assisted in crime control, in crime scene control, and crowd control. It wasn't enough. You were out there. We had to call Tarrant County Sheriff's Department. We had to call the Tri-County Auto Theft Task Force. We had to call Mansfield. We had to call Cannondale. It was a large scene, and we needed the help, and the resources came pouring in, and I want to thank them all. We're aware of the video that was leaked online. We urge the public to refrain from sharing it. I want to urge the public, just the way you saw that video, and you know where they're at, then please call 911. Let us know where they're at. I encourage anyone with information, please, if you want to stay anonymous, 713-2222 tips. Call Crime Stoppers. Let them know. Give them enough information so we know that our community is safe and our police officers are responding are safe. In closing, I want to reaffirm to the community that we will hold criminals accountable. We're not going to allow them to come in here and think that they can get away with it. Para la comunidad hispana, el 3 de marzo hubo un evento que impactó el nordeste de Texas. Las víctimas fueron identificadas como un padre y su hija de 5 años. A las 10 de la mañana, la policía de Forest Hill fue despachada a un tiroteo en un lavadero de autos. Los oficiales llegaron y comenzaron medidas de salvamento. Las víctimas declaradas muertas allí en el lugar. Hemos identificado a los dos cobardes que quitaron la vida de estas víctimas. El enemigo público número 1, Adonis Robinson, quien también es un delincuente sexual. El enemigo público número 2, Jacoby Russell, que está corriendo, se está escondiendo. Los dos tienen órdenes de arresto por asesinato capital. Esta investigación empezó con ayuda de los Texas Rangers y con la división de Forest Hill. También el departamento de Fort Worth estuvieron ayudándonos y con ellos pudimos agarrar información para agarrar los dos warrants for capital murder. Perdón. Sabemos que un video relacionado con este incidente ha filtrado. Les pedimos a la comunidad que no lo vean. No necesitamos que lo comparten y hacer el proceso más grande, por favor. Si saben en dónde están estos dos cobardes que están aquí arriba de las televisiones, por favor hablen al 911. Si no quieren dar su nombre, pueden hablar a Crime Stoppers 713-222-TIPS para poder encontrar a estos dos cobardes. At this time, I'll open up for any questions we might have.
Any idea how these suspects knew the victim?
We do not know motive at this time, and we have no information on that part.
Chief, can you describe what you guys see in the surveillance video? Who is shot? Where are they shot? Where was this baby girl when she was shot? And was she at all the intended target? Was she visible basically to the shooters?
So I specifically have not seen any of the videos, so I cannot comment on where and who it was involved as far as the incident. And then we also have to remember that the Texas Rangers are our primary investigators, and we won't be speaking on behalf of what they have as far as evidence and documentation.
Can you at least say where the baby girl was located when she was shot?
She was in the car wash, specifically where we don't know. So that's part of the assistance that we received from the Tarrant County Sheriff's Department's crime scene. There, with their intelligence and their expertise and the scientific behind that, they will be able to place where our victims were based on shot placements and diagramming of the crime scene.
Are you saying that you're unable to say whether or not she was inside or outside of the vehicle?
Correct.
What would you say to the community of Forest Hill who are concerned about the number of murders this year compared to last year and scared of just everybody?
What I would like to take this time to say how extremely proud I am of our police officers in Forest Hill right now. What they've gone through the last 11 days is unheard of. What they've had to experience is unheard of. What they've done day in and day out, long hours, it's unheard of. Their commitment to the community has shown us what they're willing to do. To answer your question as well, the three incidents are isolated incidents, okay? We had the Mansfield incident where an employer and his employee were at odds. The following day, we had a victim who was killed with a stray bullet, not related. And then on Monday, we had a victim who was targeted. It was an isolated incident. So to the community, I tell you, we are a safe community. The Sheriff Department has reached out to us, and we are working on a plan to increase patrol in the area. Sheriff Wayburn has called me numerous times, providing support, and we're going to continue to do that and answer the call as it comes in.
What can you tell us about these two? Where are they from? And the criminal histories are very young.
We know they're from Fort Worth, ma'am. Specifically where they're from, I am not sure.
What, if anything, did one of the victims appears to have been a local rapper? What, if anything, did his rapping career on Instagram? It looks like he had some sort of gambling lifestyle, and also his social media presence. What may this have had to do with the motive in this case? And are y'all also delving into his online footprint?
So based on the music industry that he's a part of, it is all part of the investigation. And like I said earlier, we're on a fact-finding base. Everything that's being put out is being reviewed and analyzed by the Texas Rangers. So we don't have any specific motive at this time. With that, again, I'd like to thank you very much. I asked for you to please post these on media. Let the public know that there is a threat out there. They are dangerous, they are armed, and we need you to please call 911 and let our police officers respond and take appropriate action. Thank you very much.
Why is this capital murder? Can you have this explain? Because a child is involved, or why is this? Because it's in a commission of another crime, right?
Correct.
So, but what is the other crime?
Chief, do you believe they're still in this area, or could they be anywhere?
We don't know.
Can you explain why the capital murder, Chief? I just feel like that's pretty
The
basic.
capital murder charge?
Yes, sir.
So the death of two or more people.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, everybody. These are the two individuals that had taken rapper Little Ronnie and his daughter out. You have Adonis Robinson and you have Jacoby Russell. These are the two individuals that deleted Lil Ronnie and his daughter. One of these guys are is on the S offenders list. Oh my goodness. So they are definitely going down for capital. They are oh my goodness. It's if you all did not know, just the other day, rapper Lil Ronnie, and this was on March the 3rd, so 2 days ago. And I just said it. I said they're gonna find out who it was within the next 72 hours. I just knew it because they already had the vehicle. Like I said, these individuals, they went and committed this crime in broad daylight. Um, so surveillance footage, um, oh my goodness. This is just this is this is sad. But at least they got the people that deleted them, right? Um, I'm I'm trying to figure out. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find this story. The news article. Let's see. Okay, so listen, what we'll do is we'll play it for the people that's just now coming in. Give us 1 second. If you guys are just now coming in, these are the two guys that are responsible for Lil Ron and his daughter's deletion out there in Fort Worth, Texas. Give me 1 second. We're going to listen to the press conference. Let's go.
We're waiting for the mayor. She'll go first.
You ready? Everybody? The safety of the general public is our first concern. Forest Hill community, please be rest assured that that was the case with this incident. As civic leaders, it's our responsibility to make sure we have competent and knowledgeable staff in place. We are confident the employees acted quickly in this incident, as with all incidents. I want to thank all first responders, law enforcement agencies, and all staff for their hard work during this incident. With our partner law enforcement agencies, we will continue to work on this investigation until justice is served. Our heartfelt condolences go out to the family, to our community, because everyone was affected. Please continue to pray for us.
Good afternoon. David Hernandez, Chief of Police for Forest Hill. First off, I want to thank you for being here today and apologize for the reschedule from yesterday. But I want you to understand that our approach is to have fact findings, have facts for our community. There's a lot of information out there in social media, so we were receiving a lot of that information, so we had to make sure that we have the right information. It was a shocking event from North Texas. I won't speak on the details of the investigation, okay? But what I can share is we lost two victims, a father and a daughter who was 5 years old, to this event, to this tragedy. On March the 3rd at 10:40 in the morning, Forest Hill officers were dispatched to the 6500 block of Forest Hill Drive, reference shooting. Our officers arrived and began life-saving measures, but both victims were pronounced dead at the scene. My first press release that I put out, I shared that we had identified a suspect vehicle. We had identified two suspects in the incident. And now we've identified the two cowards who took the lives of these innocent people. We have public enemy number one, Adonis Robinson, who is also a registered sex offender. Public enemy number two, Jacoby Russell, who's on the run. They're scared, they're cowards, they're hiding. We ask the public, please, you know where they're at? Let us know. This investigation started on Monday. The Texas Rangers have been our primary investigators. Our Forest Hill CID unit has been assisting. But I wouldn't be here standing today if it wasn't for the Fort Worth Police Department. I want to thank them because their efforts, their officers, their assistance has been instrumental from the minute the call came in. From the minute the call came in, they started working. They have not stopped. We also had the Everett Police Department who assisted in crime control, in crime scene control and crowd control. It wasn't enough. You were out there. We had to call Tarrant County Sheriff's Department. We had to call the Tri-County Out of Theft Task Force. We had to call Mansfield. We had to call Cannondale. It was a large scene and we needed the help, and the resources came pouring in. And I want to thank them all. We're aware of the video that was leaked online. We urge the public to refrain from sharing it. I want to urge the public, just the way you saw that video and you know where they're at, then please call 911. Let us know where they're at. I encourage anyone with information to please, if you want to stay anonymous, 713-2222 tips. Call Crime Stoppers. Let them know. Give them enough information so we know that our community is safe and our police officers are responding are safe. In closing, I want to reaffirm to the community that we will hold criminals accountable. We're not going to allow them to come in here and think that they can get away with it. Para la comunidad hispana, el 3 de marzo hubo un evento que impactó el nordeste de Texas. Las víctimas fueron identificadas como un padre y su hija de 5 años. A las 10 de la mañana, la policía de Forest Hill fue despachada a un tiroteo en un lavadero de autos. Los oficiales llegaron y comenzaron medidas de salvamento. Las víctimas declaradas muertas allí en el lugar. Hemos identificado a los dos cobardes que quitaron la vida de estas víctimas. El enemigo público número 1, Adonis Robinson, quien también es un delincuente sexual. El enemigo público número 2, Jacoby Russell, que está corriendo, se está escondiendo. Los dos tienen órdenes de arresto por asesinato capital. Esta investigación empezó con la ayuda de los Texas Rangers y con la división de Forest Hill. También el departamento de Fort Worth estuvieron ayudándonos y con ellos pudimos agarrar información para agarrar los dos warrants for capital murder. Perdón. Sabemos que un video relacionado con este incidente ha filtrado. Les pedimos a la comunidad que no lo vean. No necesitamos que lo comparten y hacer el proceso más grande, por favor. Si saben en dónde están estos dos cobardes que están aquí arriba de las televisiones, por favor hablen al 911. Si no quieren dar su nombre, pueden hablar a Crime Stoppers 713-222-TIPS para poder encontrar a estos dos cobardes. At this time, I'll open up for any questions we might have.
Any idea how these suspects knew the victim?
We do not know motive at this time, and we have no information on that part.
Chief, can you describe what you guys see in the surveillance video? Who is shot? Where are they shot? Where was this baby girl when she was shot? And was she at all the intended target? Was she visible basically to the shooters?
So I specifically have not seen any other videos, so I cannot comment on where and who it was involved as far as the incident. And then we also have to remember that the Texas Rangers are our primary investigators, and we won't be speaking on behalf of what they have as far as evidence and documentation.
Can you at least say where the baby girl was located when she was shot?
She was in the car wash, specifically where we don't know. So that's part of the assistance that we received from the Tarrant County Sheriff's Department's crime scene. There, with their intelligence and their expertise and the scientific behind that, they will be able to place where our victims were based on shot placements and diagramming of the crime scene.
Are you saying that you're unable to say whether or not she's inside or outside of the vehicle?
Correct.
What would you say to the community of Forest Hill who are concerned about the number of murders this year compared to last year and scared of this gun violence?
What I would like to take this time to say how extremely proud I am of our police officers in Forest Hill right now. What they've gone through the last 11 days is unheard of. What they've had to experience is unheard of. What they've done day in and day out, long hours, it's unheard of. Their commitment to the community has shown us what they're willing to do. To answer your question as well, the 3 incidents are isolated incidents, okay? We had the Mansfield incident where an employer and his employee were at odds. The following day, we had a victim who was killed with a stray bullet, not related. And then on Monday, we had a victim who was targeted. It was an isolated incident. So to the community, I tell you, we are a safe community. The Sheriff Department has reached out to us, and we are working on a plan to increase patrol in the area. Sheriff Wayburn has called me numerous times, providing support, and we're going to continue to do that and answer the call as it comes in.
What can you tell us about these two, where they're from, and criminal histories? They're very young.
We know they're from Fort Worth, ma'am. Specifically where they're from, I am not sure.
What, if anything, did one of the victims appears to have been a local rapper? What, if anything, did his rapping career on Instagram? It looks like he had some sort of gambling lifestyle, and also his social media presence. What may this have had to do with the motive in this case? And are y'all also delving into his online footprint?
So based on the music industry that he's a part of, it is all part of the investigation. And like I said earlier, we're on a fact-finding base. Everything that's being put out is being reviewed and analyzed by the Texas Rangers. So we don't have any specific motive at this time. With that, again, I'd like to thank you very much. I asked for you to please post these on media, let the public know that there is a threat out there. They are dangerous, they are armed, and we need you to please call 911 and let our police officers respond and take appropriate action. Thank you very much.
Chief, why is this capital murder? Can you have this explain? Because a child is involved, or why is this? Because it's in a commission of another crime, right?
Correct.
So, but what is the other crime?
Chief, do you believe they're still in this area? Could they be anywhere?
We don't know.
Can you explain why the capital murder, Chief? I just feel like that's pretty
The
basic.
capital murder charge?
Yes, sir.
This is the death of two or more people.
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right, so let's get into it. So, Lil Ronnie was at the car wash, washing his car, and two thugs rolled up and started unleashing. This is Lil Ronnie right here. Now, the reporter was asking a very important question because he is a rapper. He has been on live. He made it known that he gambles. He goes to like private parties and things like that. And it just seems like it's a big organization because he was like, well, if you're down and you want to gamble, there's a group that you can get in. So I'm not really sure. There's word on the street that somebody allegedly got robbed, but when you're in that street life and things like that, you always have a target on your back. I mean, specifically this photo right here, it seems like he carries a lot of cash on him all the time. He said Ronnie was forced by lived circumstances to be a product of the streets since the age of 9. Well, he's not even from Texas. He's actually from St. Louis. So he moved there and he decided, you know, to do his big one, get in the game. I'll drop the link in case anybody wants to come up and sound off on this topic. I know that it's very triggering to us. I mean, it's just like the black on black crime is just is it feels like it's a never ending cycle. And it's like who really won here? You lost a father and a daughter, and then you lost two guys to the streets. And like Adonis, he's a S offender. So he was like on an S offenders list. You know what I'm saying? Was forced by life circumstances to be a product of the streets. Yeah, but that's why, these OGs that are, out here, they are failing the youngins. They are really failing the youngins instead of, teaching them, hey, that's not the way to go. Get out here, get your legit business. Let's buy back our communities. I mean, these guys, and he's not the only one that gets great amount of money and does not put it back into his community. When we talk about businesses, they invest their money into cars and jewelry and things like that. And we have other things that money could be going to use, right? If you're talking about leaving a legacy, he did have a daughter. His daughter got taken out with him. Yes. What's his name? Adonis Robinson. Yeah, he's an S offender. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So these are the guys that are held responsible. I think I'll do like a deep dive. Hold on, let me take a look at something right quick. I actually want to take a look at something. Hey, bestie.
Hey, love.
Hey, how are you doing?
Busy as heck. I can't stay long, but I'm so glad you went live and covered this story. I was researching it as of recently because I've been seeing it in the vlogs, right? Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know one. Yeah, he was with Nelly, That's why when you just said St. Louis, so I was like, wait a minute. One of the pictures I saw, he was with Nelly. I just thought maybe it was a concert or something like that, right? But no.
You
And
saw him,
he,
really?
yeah, he was in this picture beside Nelly from the St. Lunatics. So when you said that he wasn't from Fort Worth, Texas, and you said he's from St. Louis originally, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that picture made even more sense now.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna have to send me that photo.
Okay.
Okay, so he's attached to Nelly.
hmm
They
And I
know.
didn't know that until you said something because I saw the picture on the interview. He did a really good interview. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm not gonna say where to go. So yeah, and it will be a nice part three for you to kind of introduce his real life and what he went through because he is a product of street circumstances since the age of 9. When you see the video, you'll understand why. I don't want to, I want to let you go live and speak on it. Yeah.
Oh no, do tell. So, his background, he's a product of his environment. But let me just say this: when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to, I mean, we grew up, right, listening to Tupac, listening to Biggie, and we know those circumstances. We know the type of industry that they were in. Why do you think that black or men or females in general want to get into this music industry, knowing how violent and how you could become an easy target to get deleted?
Well, that's a multiple answer question. Number one, I've always noticed from a psychological standpoint in the rap industry, especially in the gangster rap industry, it always have this "it won't happen to me" syndrome. If it was me and I was Tupac, I would have done A, B, C, D, F, G. It was me and I was Biggie Smalls, I would have done, one, two, three, four. You follow me? That would never happen to me. But we've been seeing it over and over and over again. So I want to say to you, is it safe to even be a rapper in 2025? Or a gangster rapper? You had the whole drill music, and we lost FBG Duck out of Chicago, King Von out of Chicago. They were neighboring street, like a block away from each other. Okay, 63rd and 64th on South Side. How I know? Because my dad's from South Side. So yeah, the bottom line is that I don't think they're moving. The internet is helping them. It's hurting them. But you can be an Instagram rapper. You got Instagram models that are just so far gone. So I answered it in so many different parts because a lot of moving parts. I personally answer my own question. I would not be a gangster rapper in 2025 because the internet is so fast and it's a footprint that's always going to remain, and that's why the Texas Rangers are catching them so quickly because he was threatened online not once but twice, or not 3 times but 4 times. Yep.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, these youngins are so trigger happy. They are so about just being in the moment without even considering, the consequences or the aftermath of their actions, right? And it's
Uh-huh.
like, don't cry, woe is me. Don't give us those tears now, because you had a choice. You had a choice whether if you were going to do the right or wrong thing, and
Uh-huh.
you plotted, you planned to go and take this man out. Not only did you take him out, but you took his daughter out. And my thing is, when are we going to bring back the street code? You don't
Mm.
families, and you don't touch the women, and really don't touch nobody. I mean, get out there, put your dukes up, and fight one on one. If it really just has to come to that, get out there, duke it out. When you finish, shake hands. If y'all gonna be friends afterwards, then let it be that. But I'd rather have a fight, and rather than going and being trigger happy, and being away from my family and away from society for the rest of my life.
Mhm. See, guys, that's why I love coming over here to the Queen Tulsa show. Great, great, great content. You hit it right on the head. I was sitting there thinking as I'm watching, like, his daughter is 5 years old. They told him, you can't come to that car wash, on the blood gang, right? And I think he was supposed to be ex-blood or whatever. But why did what was put in his mind to bring his daughter? And I said maybe he was thinking that the code was the street code, no women, no children, because he was clearly threatened
Well,
online. That's all. Yeah.
when we talk about the street code, people in these cliques and in these circles be violating each other. They be setting each other up. They be getting females to come in. They watch your money flow. And see, this is
Mm-hmm.
the crab in a barrels mentality. I mean, people be acting like they for you, but let you be doing better than them. It's a whole problem. It's a whole problem. It becomes the jealousy. Well, damn, they keep getting all these blessings. Well, damn, when is it gonna be my turn? And then
Right.
they get into this mind frame. Well, shit, if I'm not gonna be blessed, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna get it, and it don't matter who it come from.
That part. Crabs in the Barrel. Crabs in the Barrel 2025. And the
When we
guy he produced
drill,
it with, they did music together.
we gotta blame the drill music too, because these messages in these songs, and I mean, look at Lil Baby. He went to go do
Mm,
a music video in Atlanta, Georgia, and you had our babies, our future getting deleted because grown men can't behave themselves.
exactly.
Kids get
Exactly.
deleted. When are we going to say enough is enough? When are we going to say, okay, y'all are, I mean, I get that you niggas is into it, but let that be between y'all. Don't stop taking out our innocent kids.
That is what I think. That's where I'm at. King Tulsa. So she was 5. And they had no issues of spraying. You see what I'm saying? No, using the pow pow. Had no second thought about it. It was what it was for them ninjas. And I pray to God that they catch him and get life without possibility of parole. That baby didn't stand a chance. Had nothing to do with the beef her and her daddy was into. And you know what's so sad when you talk about Crabs in the Barrel? He was smart. He was known as the gambler, right? And
Hmm.
he was his brand was not just rap music. It was also he'll any city, any state, what have you. If you think you can play all these games like dice and spades, etc., gambling games, dominoes, didn't matter. He'd fly you out, and y'all would gamble, and that was his hook. That was his brand. So yeah, he did have money. You could see it. So I do believe I agree with you. It was crabs in a barrel, and he was aesthetically pleasing. And you know what's so sad, Queen Tulsa? When you listen to the interview, you told me do tell. He was talking about being a product of the streets. His mother was on rugs, right? Crack
Right.
cocaine. Yeah. And he said that so at the age of 9, he never saw his dad again. His mother was in and out the sea houses and things like that. So, what goes with that whole thing. And they said, "Where was your grandma?" She had passed away. He had no choice but to be in the streets. But here's the thing that really broke my heart. When the interviewer asked him, "Well, did you ever start selling?" Right? And knowing that your mom was, on the same substance abuse issue. So he was like, yes, but it was all normal. It was normal. It was normalized in his mind. And guess what, y'all? His mother is now sober. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
And yeah, and so his tragic story, from age of 9, I don't know to what age, his mother has now made it out. So he gets to he was telling his success story about that. And he's quite intelligent. When you see, I'm going to send you a link when I get off here. I'll just go ahead and text it to you. It was like when you see the interview, it's going to give you a different perspective of this man. I didn't get straight hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when you talk about a businessman and just the way that, he flies people out to gamble and things like that, I
Mm-hmm.
would think that he would have invested into like a security detail. Like if you are moving the way that you are, you have these great amount of monies coming in, I would have had a security detail. I would have had armed guards. I don't care. Following
Mm-hmm.
me in the next car behind me. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there
Right,
should
right.
be if he's moving the way that he is, and that's just like with these celebrities, I'm
Mhm.
starting to think like, okay, of course they're just like you and I, right? But when they invest their money, they're they're not investing it into the right place, and the right place is therapy, right?
Yeah,
Because even though you made it out the struggle, go and invest into your mental health, because that's going to carry you for the rest of your life, right? So um I just feel like, and even when it comes to decisions, okay, you're gambling and things like that, but how are you putting back into the community? You
yeah,
know,
exactly,
what are you
exactly.
doing?
That's something.
Are you
Yeah,
buying back the neighborhood? Can we?
right.
We got these dope boys out here, buy back the neighborhood. No, they rather go out there and buy those damn cars, put those big rims on it, put those beats in it, be beating the neighborhood down with they beats. Buy back the neighborhoods. Where's the OGs? That's what I'm saying. The street code. We get the street code back.
Let me take you even further. How about I was thinking about your page and where you're from and everything like that. How about Black Wall Street? You know, like that's exactly what you're saying. You come from where you are. There's Black Wall Street. The descendants of Black Wall Street. The African Americans that put back into the community became entrepreneurs. You
And it
follow me?
did.
Like where's that message been lost? Where
Yeah,
you
but
know?
you know, it was. I'm glad you brought that point up, because here in Tulsa, it was black business door next door to each other.
Mhm.
Wasn't hating on each other. They wasn't, oh, don't go shop there. No, we all going to spend together, because if we
Right.
spend, hey, I'll come buy some from you. Okay, you come buy some from me. And that, and it's like that money just circulates in our community, and they weren't jealous. People always say, well, black people can't come together. Yes, they can. They did
Yeah.
it here.
Right. Thank
They
you.
did
That's
it
what
here.
I was thinking about that, because what I'm saying, and I'm glad you kind of got into where I was going, because but the mainstream media, guess what they want to talk about? The demise of Black Wall Street, not the genius idea and the showing that black people can work together and can generate income. And they don't tell you that the descendants of Black Wall Street are not poor in Tulsa. That money just didn't go away and just vanish, but it makes good headlines, right? And so that mentality with these rappers, the only one that I can speak of offhand is rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. What they didn't know is that number one, he led a lot of the new age rap in Atlanta, but he also is a real estate mogul. Mm-hmm. Yep, that part. See, they don't want to
Yeah.
tell us. And so we're seeing this thug culture, this drill culture on the internet. It gets to click, gets a million views. But now what we're going to say, when not only, like you said, why he didn't have security and he was supposed to be gang banging, right? He should have had somebody should know he's from the streets. But why did you bring your 5-year-old daughter there? Why would you put her life in jeopardy? They have that much control over your mind over some internet beef?
Well, it lets me know either that man was under the influence or something, because why in the blazing bejesus would you be riding around with your daughter and knowing that you have, I mean, you have a price on your head. People want
Mm-hmm.
what you want. I mean, you are riding around in these fancy vehicles. And so, do you not realize what type of time we're in? Baby eggs are like $10 to $15 in some states. People are starting to feel this this, I don't want to say recession, but it's kind of like a recession.
Economic impact, economic Republican economic impact. That's
Yeah,
exactly what it is. It will turn to a recession if we don't wake up.
yeah.
It's going to hit the black and the brown. Our
And it's
civil
like,
liberties are up for attack. When
and they
someone
don't
tells
care.
you how to live in your home,
Yeah, and see, this was a senseless crime. I
mhm,
get you had a beef with this man, but when you saw this man with his daughter, draw
mhm,
down, let's term it abort mission.
That
You know what I'm
part.
saying? Abort mission. We will handle, I just feel like they should have aborted the mission. They had a choice and now they just gonna have to live with these choices. But I don't want them dudes to get any sleep. I don't want them to get any sleep. I need them to be paranoid. I need for if somebody sees them, do the right thing and put these damn animals behind bars.
For life. Make an example out of them.
Yeah, it
Make
could
an
have been my
example.
kid, it could have been your kid, it could have been next person's kid. This is an
Mhm.
innocent child that had nothing to do with a street beef.
Nothing. Nothing at all. And he went there because they told him, I bet you won't. So they tried they tried his ego. His
So
manhood.
now that you say that, now I'm kicking him in the ass because why would you risk that and then take your daughter?
That's the part I was thinking.
If you know that this is a hot spot, this is where you can't go, and guess what? They made an example out of your ass. They didn't care if it was broad daylight. They were going to get you. They didn't care that it was broad daylight and the technology has improved and
Yep.
somebody was bound to catch a tag number or something. They didn't give a damn.
Not at all. And here's the thing. Here's the real one. Sit down. Hold on to your seat, everybody. He knows what that car was gives because he's staying out with them. He's a part of that blood gang over there. Yes, that one. Snappies. Absolutely. He couldn't. They said you could. I bet you won't come back over here to the car wash because we banned you from over here. You scared? Yes, that one right there, Queen. So that's why I said I think he took. If it was me, I'm guessing. Can't prove it because I wasn't inside his mind. He had his daughter with him, knowing what it gives. Not because he was like, a tough dude or whatever. I think he was using his daughter for protection. That's sad too.
Listen, girl, I heard that he ran and I didn't hear him getting his daughter or anything. He took off running. So you left her there to take on those bullets for you. That's how I'm feeling. What girl,
He
this
did.
yes, I heard that he took off running. Your daughter is in the car. You take off running. Uh-uh.
Mm-mm-mm.
You know that they're gonna go to that car and try to get get anything that you may have left behind. They're gonna ramshack something. Gotta get something.
Mm-hmm. Now it's the van that he was trapping out of. You'll see he got like stacks and stacks and stacks of money from gambling. That was a part of his promotion. Lord have mercy. Who
Yep,
they
right
gonna buy?
there. Wagon.
Mm-hmm. Welcome
And see,
everybody.
this is the thing.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you, baby. And then
Mhm.
this is the thing. You
Mhm.
know, Dolph had bulletproof vehicles, right?
Right.
If you're moving around like that, and I'm pretty sure that there are firearms at these gambling parties, right? Because
Uh-huh.
everybody wants to be straight. I got to have my slap on me, this, that, and the third. That just comes with the territory of when you're out there, you're street nigga and you gambling. You carrying
Yep.
all these wads of money on you. But my thing is, you had your daughter on your person.
Right. And being that you are a product of the street, this is his story he's telling on this interview. You should know better. Or because you didn't have your dad and your mom around, well, your mom soberly around your entire life. You were in the streets. You were around those that was selling to your mother. Were you just detached as a parent? Like, what gives? What were you thinking? I mean, unfortunately, he's gone now. We couldn't even ask him that. We probably get a bullcrap answer too, anyways, at this point because it's foolish. But
Yeah.
the ego, it's all ego. It has nothing to do with anything else. But you want to make sure that your ego was tested, your manhood was tested, and so you want to go show up to dumb-ish because your ego. Ignorance. When you let your emotions override your intellect, you are totally ignorant and destined for failure. It's that simple. How in case in point. So how many cries of passion have we seen in the news?
Girl. too many to even count.
That part.
We gotta
I,
protect our community, sis. Like for real. Like get down how you get down, but just leave the kids out of it. And if y'all be gambling, um, just do it responsible, but make sure, you don't get caught up in the hype. And if you're a wealthy person and you going around wolves, I would say always have you some security on you. Like
always.
just don't trust anything. I would rather take that risk of, okay, having security and nothing happens rather than, not having security and then something goes down.
Right, and you can call me a bitch. You can call me scared. You can call me whatever. But I'm protecting my life and my family and everything I work hard for. I'll be everything you call me to be. Yep, I'm scared, but I'm still breathing. How many of your loved ones have you put, flowers on their graves? You follow me? Because you want to put on this front that you ain't scared. I've never seen a totally fearless human being in my life. Everybody's scared of something now, So that goes, but it's the culture. And I think, in conclusion for me, because I have to run, I think that what you're doing right now, what we're doing together, we're talking about, we're discussing, we're giving our raw opinions, our emotions, and our fact-based evidence from our experience. I think that's what's needed
Yeah.
is to talk about it. We silence as social media content creators, we should address the things that are going on in our community. We should discuss it, and just let the court of public opinion, you know, talk about it as well and keep it relevant. Hence, the Jarvis Butts case is coming up very soon.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, girl, in 2 more days.
What is it? I'll be right over here at the Queen Tulsa show.
Yes. I'm I'm excited for the case. This is what I'm looking forward to the case, and you tell me what you're looking forward to. Well, you tell me what you're looking forward to come out in this trial, and then I'll tell you what I'm looking for.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you real quick. I already know my answer. Shannon Harris and the grandma and her other twin sister to go to JAIL. JAIL. That's exactly what I can't wait. Because you know what? You cannot tell me from that preliminary and everything we've seen her behavior afterwards that she didn't have anything to do with it. Instead, then they purged themselves. And a long line of SA offenders came out of that house of horrors. Because we got a whole true crime story
Yeah.
to discuss. We talk. So yes, we do.
Yes, I would. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was looking for accountability for those that left that girl just out there for the wolves to get her. I mean, even with the DHS workers, even with even the school, even like you said, the grandmother. Why would you wait a whole day to then go up to the
Two days.
school?
2 days.
Oh, 2 days.
How
But
about 2 days?
this is your granddaughter. This is a girl. She's vulnerable. She's at a vulnerable age. I mean,
No.
and then like I said, with this S trafficking and stuff going on, like if I don't hear from my kids like 30, or I'll say I'll give them like a 10 or 15-minute window. But even
Uh-huh.
then, I'm over here like, hello, give me, what's going on? What's the update? Oh, we stayed a little bit longer. Okay, okay. But I'm
Right.
not going to, go a certain amount of period. My baby's not here, and I can sleep comfortable in my bed and get me a good night's sleep, and I can do everything that I would usually do when they are here. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Girl, I had my son in kindergarten had a cell phone, and I was, working still. I'll be at the kitchen ride. I tell my job, hold up, don't book me meetings from this time to this time. I gotta get my baby from the kitchen ride. Sure, was a kitchen ride, mom. Oh, Joy, you so protected. I'd rather be over than under. Absolutely. And
And that's
I would. I know you were raised the same way, Queen Tulsa. Don't be out there passing street lights.
past the street lights, baby. Come on up in the house. Um, but it takes a village. It takes a village. But this climate and um with the community and so much disarray, there's so many of us that are still going with um the generational misinformation and these stereotypes, don't get no counseling. People gonna think you crazy and this, that, and the third. Therapy does not make you crazy. Going to go sit and talk to somebody does not make you crazy. Now, when you don't get the help, that makes you crazy because you're storing all of that, um, you know, you storing
You're internalizing so much you don't have an outlet. Like,
you have no outlet, so it's you have no place to let it out. And then even black men, they are running with this role of, I gotta be strong, I gotta be a thug, I gotta be aggressive. No,
uh,
sweetheart, to be any of that. I think that we don't praise the gentlemen that go to college, that make something of themselves, that start businesses, that leave legacies. I mean, these rap guys, I mean, if you like to be called bitches and hoes and want to be drugs and stuff, then that go right on for that. But if we talking about the black men that are out here making moves, is not as popular because they don't
right.
have pants singing sagging down. They don't have the that swag and all this and that. And I feel like, ladies, we need to, Dory, we might have to do a charm school. Teach
Yeah,
these.
yeah, great idea. Great idea.
Let's do
Great
charm.
idea. My husband's like shaking his head. I walked into out of my office. He's shaking his head like, yes, that would be so amazing.
Yeah, we need to give these
So,
like ladies a charm school, teach them how to love themselves, teach them some etiquette, and even being vulnerable in spaces and walking in your truth. Like if you feeling overwhelmed and stuff, and you just, I'd rather you let it out than you go and try to delete yourself. Because
no.
it goes.
I love my therapist. One of my top, I can't wait for my therapy appointment to come up so I can
Look,
just talk and get some fresh perspective. It's an outlet. It's awesome. I totally embrace on my new channel. That's what I'm doing, mental health as well. So I want to tell you this story when you said charm school. I'm so glad I was going to bring this up. You're so awesome. You're awesome. Awesome. Listen to this. My son was in kindergarten. I was a kid, it was Valentine's Day. I'll never forget. Little light skinned girl. Her name was Tatiana, really curly hair. I think she was a mixed heritage or what have you.
mhm.
And then you had Jessica. She was like your complexion, still a pretty girl, right? But guess what? I said, Tatiana, what did you get for her? And Jessica was my son's Valentine, right? Like with the cards, all that cute stuff. What mommies do. So, honey, when Tatiana said Raekwon, he didn't give me nothing for Valentine's Day, but he gave me money in kindergarten, girl.
What? Okay.
Yes, Bible. I would never forget that story. Never. So here I am with Jessica. My son's little Valentine's Day in kindergarten. Miss Rosenquist was a teacher, and I'll never forget it.
Oh,
Yes, when Tatiana said that Raekwon didn't get her no Valentine's Day because all he give me is money. I said, "Oh, her mama need to be smacked in the mouth." I gagged. I gagged, Queen. I was over the set. Yes,
but
God.
it goes back to the fact of the social media. Are some children are sitting around conversations that they should have no business listening to. So it starts with us. It starts within the community, and like you were saying, if we want to, be change, we got to be the change that we want to see, right? And so it's our responsibility. And I'm so excited that we're partnering up and we are going to put together a charm school
That's gonna be so amazing. It is
show.
so what's needed, and I look offline as my brain is already going in so many directions because I love it. Okay, and I love background and training and things like that as well. So yeah, I think it'll go very far, and we can reach a worldwide audience. If we do it correctly.
Absolutely. Well, listen
Yeah.
here, let's give closing remarks. I'm actually going to, I'm sharing your channel in the chat right now. You all, if you are coming back to this broadcast, make sure you get on over and follow my bestie, Dory Bad and Bougie. She's here on YouTube. She gives a great perspective, been through things in life. You may have more things in common with her than not. A very beautiful soul. And I'm just so proud to have you as a sister in a community and also building and networking out here to produce better content because the people need it. And thank you so much for, all that you do.
You're so welcome, and thank you for having me. And I just adore you, Queen Tulsa. We are just a great team, all right? Online and offline. Much love to everyone. Please stay tuned here as we continue to grow. We're going to support each other like we know how to do it, okay? And hug the family for me, and all y'all stay blessed. Bye.
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 All right, you all. That was Dory. Great woman. Like I said, get on over and follow her channel. I did place her link into the chat. It is Dory Bad Bougie. Get on over and check her out. But we need to have more conversations about this. Not only this particular story, but just what's going on in our neighborhoods, what's going on the internet, and how we could be better. How could we network? How could we build? Are we leaving legacies to our offsprings? Do we have life insurance policies, to cover us? Because I've noticed, people are out here, they live in a street life, and then there are GoFundMe's. Now, in this particular case, there was fake GoFundMe pages. This gentleman, Lil Ronnie, he was well off. I mean, he, like Dory was saying, he would have his gambling games and fly people in. So he was very well off. I just think that this man needed security. When you are popping like that, when you are known to be carrying around wads of cash on you, you automatically make yourself a target. I would just say for the future generation and those that are in that lifestyle, be very careful and get out as quick as you can. Do something positive with your life. These are the individuals that are held responsible for this heinous act. You have Adonis Robinson. His birthday is actually coming up this month. He is March the 22nd of 2000. Wow. And then you got Jacoby Russell. His birthday, he just had a birthday. So his birthday was December the 3rd of 2003. These are young guys. They had so much potential, but the streets, and that's why I tell y'all all the time, the streets don't give a damn about you. They will eat you up and spit you out. Okay, so let's be mindful. I want to thank you all so much for coming by this broadcast. Shout out to Dory for coming by and co-hosting with me. Shout out to the individuals that stopped by in the chat. Real Mama Fifi. You all please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and tell somebody that we were live. And also let us know how you feel about our opinions and views on this particular topic in the comments. Until next time, I have to drop you off in Queen City. So long.